Welcome back, everybody, to the Oakland A's franchise on MLB The Show 23. Today, we get right into the action as we are taking on the Minnesota Twins to start today's episode. We're getting our full game in here straight away because we have one of the best matchups we're going to have between now and hopefully the postseason. We're currently in, a tie right now for first place, pretty close to that with the Texas Rangers, while the Minnesota Twins have played well in the Central. But what makes this matchup actually great is the pitching we're going to see with Spencer Strider and Joe Michael. Two of the best, maybe the two front runners for the Cy Young in the American League. So let's get into this one, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Almost 100 episodes into the series. I'm hoping to get to 100 before the end of the year. And we start off Strider versus Miguel Vargas. That's in there. Batter's eye here, depending on the time of day, can be tough to see. And I think the first few innings of this game could be on the difficult side. Leadoff man with a 3-2 count. Popped up into right field. That fastball can really get in on you a little bit late here, especially with the batter's eye. So let's talk about where we are right now as a team. I feel really good about our chances of winning this division, going to the postseason. Do I think we're built for playoff success? With the pitching that we have, absolutely. But the offense is more of a question mark because of how streaky things can be. And I'm not sure we're going to get too many answers to our questions between now and the end of the season. Arise, the former Twin here, and he's obviously been one of our most consistent players, hitting .303 now as one of our only 300 hitters. Strider 2-2, and this one is chopped up to first base, and the play is made. 30 home runs, though, for Franmil Reyes, and enough time to, maybe not get to 40, but maybe get close. If you were to combine the last couple of years together, he's arguably the offensive MVP. And I think that this year it's a pretty big deal to have him when Vladimir Guerrero has been so disappointing. And that one drops in the glove of Eloy Jimenez. It's a 1-2-3 first for Spencer Strider. And let's go get our ace out there now. It's time for Joe Michael. 5 shutouts this year, 174 strikeouts, and 15 victories. He's going to have to pick up a lot of wins here to be a 20-game winner in 2 consecutive seasons. How many more starts can we expect? If we have 36, 37 games, maybe 7 or 8 starts. Chop to short. Here's Trey Sweeney for the play. But this could very easily be a preview of a postseason series. Both these teams might be favored to win their divisions at this point. So it's good to get to know the competition a little bit. Austin Martin, one of their prospects they picked up in the Jose Barrios trade. And he fights off a fastball that many don't get that far on. Another 0-2 from Joe, and it's inside. Got him! Strike 3 with Joe Michael's 2-seam fastball. Every year it seems there's a go-to pitch, one that I really like with him, and this year the 2-seam has gotten a lot of big strikeouts. It's become kind of last year's curveball, and the year before that it was the sweeper at times. But really all 5 of these pitches can work for you. Ooh, 4 homers in his last 7 here, so Eloy Jimenez getting hot at the plate. There it is again. And it strikes him out. End of the first. All right, 1 inning through, and we already have a much better batter's eye situation now. Should be smoother the rest of the day. We just have to worry about the fact that we're facing one of the best pitchers in the game. And that is strike 3 on Trey Sweeney. On the ground, and routine play at second. It's 6 up, 6 down for Spencer Strider as Joe Michael looks to match him. Good change up there from Joe as he gets ahead of Jose Miranda. Curveball puts him away. Strike 3. And that's a really good changeup as well on the outside corner. Michael ahead of Alex Kirilloff, the latest strikeout victim. They give a pretty good ovation here to Brooks Lee, who would be there. Ooh, he was the World Series MVP for them in this series. I forgot they won a title. But in real life, he's their top prospect. And drills one to deep left field. 1-0 Twins. Just gets a hold of the fastball, and there's your first run. Yeah, that one ended up right in the middle, wanted it down. Now we face our old pal, Shea Langoliers. He's actually done a pretty good job as the Twins starting catcher. This trade has benefited them more than it did us. Although in year one, it probably helped us a little bit more, but I'm close to DFAing Marshall Lerma. See you later, Shea. Well, Vladimir Guerrero, a former home run champion, still hits the occasional homer, but is no longer the player he once was. His slugging percentage has recently dropped under 400. And I'm starting to wonder if the numbers can be bad enough to where he'd actually pick up the option at the end of the year. Like, his overall rating is still good. I don't know if that'll tank in the offseason down to the 80s somewhere. If that happened, he might pick up the $17 million option for next season, which would probably hinder us more than help. But I'm really hoping that by not replacing him this year, we still can see better play and a few less choppers to short and third base for the double play leader in all of baseball. That's a walk. Not sure he's a young star anymore in this series, but they got the big hit from Brooks Lee, and we're hoping our young star can deliver the same for us. 16 homers for Cruz, the same as Vladdy, who's on first base. 2-0, and Strider can't find a strike right now. Ground ball right to second base. That one stings. Michael continues to rack up strikeouts. He gets Jose Salas here in the 4th. I'm sorry, it's the 3rd. He has 6 strikeouts already. Ooh, the fastball had him swinging at the letters that time. Michael ahead of Jose Altuve, and it's a line drive base hit to right field. And Austin Martin lines it to Sweeney, finishing the 3rd. Ooh, center cut for Franmil Reyes, fouled back. That one really hurts. Should have been number 31 right there. Instead, 1-2. And I screwed up that one. Wow, trying to go up and in with the fastball, and he goes a little too far inside. Leadoff man aboard for the Twins. We're bottom 4. Strider with a really strong 4-inning start. Pretty strong as well for Joe Michael. Just one real mistake. Miranda, hot shot, second base. Double play. That one is smashed to right center field. Going back and off the wall. Tyler Soderstrom gets the first hit off Spencer Strider with this leadoff double in the 5th. Now hit the other way by Sweeney, and Soderstrom will stay put. But when a guy like Strider is on, you're only going to get so many opportunities, and I'd hate to waste this one. But that feels like when it's the 10th inning and the leadoff man doesn't come through. Now Cabrera will try. Under this one, into center. And no advance here either. So that just leaves Vladimir Guerrero, who cannot bounce into a double play here with 2 down. But can he come through with an RBI? Big hits for Guerrero have been few and far between lately. And a chopper to short. Out in front, and the inning comes to an end. Brooks Lee scored the only run of the day on a solo homer. Now we're going to challenge him with a little bit more than the straight four-seam fastball. That one is hammered down the line. Now he gets a hold of the curve. Do they have the one guy that can hit Joe Michael? Changeup got him. Big curveball there from Joe Michael. He gets Langoliers out in front. And the fastball is lifted. Cruz crosses over into foul ground. Looking to wrap up the 5th here. And Michael picks up another strikeout as we're through 5. Playing the fastest moving game of the show I've had all year. We got a score, though. Leadoff double went to waste last inning. Ooh, a tough strike there. I'm not sure I'm ever hitting that one. 99 right on the corner. And the count's full now as we try to get the leadoff man on again. Cruz, who would also be a stolen base threat. 3-2. Takes the walk. Now Aaron Don's turn. We don't send Cruz yet, and already Don's down 0-2. I do love to run 0-2. Strider running low on energy. There goes Cruz. It's away, and he's in there safely. That's one thing we have here at the bottom of this order. Our 2 best stolen base options, and now Don gets drilled. Slider gets away from Strider, and we have 2 on, nobody down as the lineup turns over. This is our opportunity. Miguel Vargas. And that's off a Strider. Langoliers recovering to get the out at first. 2nd and 3rd, 1 down. And no injury or anything for Strider, but now they got to face the former Twin, Luis Arraez. Action getting started now in the Twins bullpen. Strider in a jam. Rolled it over, and we'll tie the game. And hoping to do a little bit more. Franmil Reyes, 2 gone. Right field. In the gap, and caught. But we get the 1. And now we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. Michael's got a lot of energy. Strider doesn't. So I thought maybe we'd see both these guys have a chance to put together a complete game. But Strider just does not have the stamina, it seems, to go maybe 3 more innings. Unless they just keep him in the game because he's done mostly well. They do that often. Lifted deep down the right field line and foul. Michael, strike 3. And that is 9. Michael here with 2 gone. A full count to Austin Martin. Fastball, here it comes. Up and away. And that'll bring up Eloy Jimenez, who leads the Twins in hits, has 26 homers as well. Hung the changeup, and Jimenez crushes it foul. This time he lifts it for Cruz. Coming in through 6. We're tied at 1. Wow, already a pitching change. And they bring in, of all players, Zach Gallen. Well, those of you who watch the Rockies franchise just paid a little bit more attention. A 1-1 game. I've got to score off Zach Gallen here late. A player so good I had no option but to acquire him because I could not hit him. We got to watch out for the cutter and the circle change. 2 pitches that give me an issue. Nice four-seamer. Backing off Soderstrom now. It's 3-1. Just 1 hit on the board for the A's, and it's off the bat of Soderstrom. And this time, he's way under it. A towering fly in the gap. And this time, we have a drive to right. Sweeney going back, taking the lead. On a solo shot off Zach Gallen. And the A's pull ahead. Beautiful swing. For whatever reason, this year, I just have a different type of confidence hitting with Trey Sweeney. And he's been there for so many big hits. Multi-hit games. We just had one. He went 4 for 5 in the 9 spot. Trey Sweeney's my guy this year. And it's 2-1. Guerrero up here, 0 for 1 on the day, has a walk. Getting away with those high curves, and now ahead of Guerrero. There's no way he throws a 4th straight curve, right? Gallen 2-2. And he did. Slow chopper, inning over. Nice job holding back by Miranda. Twins down 1. 3-1 on the 4-hitter, and the fastball's by him. Full count now. Michael lifted to left field, and Cruz is there. This time, going to opposite field. That's down. Extras for Alex Kirilloff. All right, Joe getting into a bit of trouble and facing Brooks Lee. Lee hits this one foul. His 2 at-bats are 2 of the most that stand out to me in this game, and he delivers again. Brooks Lee, game-tying single here in the 7th. So now you don't think as much about this being a complete game. He's given up 2. Pitch count is really close to 100. We're in the 7th inning. And the Twins still threatening here, and they do steal. I wasn't prepared for that. Heck of a day for Brooks Lee. 1-2, and down goes Langoliers. 10 strikeouts now for Joe Michael, hoping to leave Brooks Lee at second. Throwback. I'd love to pick him off here instead of watching him have this outstanding game, and that gets jammed to Cabrera, and we are through 7. So I already got my 1 run off Gallen. It's obviously not going to be enough. Cruz left field. No doubt about it. Second deck, and the A's pull ahead once again. 1 pitch, and we already recapture the lead. This is officially the best I've ever played against Zach Gallen. This is pretty awesome. 17 for you, Sneal Cruz. Looks like that was just a fastball, you know, around the middle of the plate. And they're going to make a move now for a lefty. Not too surprising. Aaron Dunn. Oh, it was a cutter down the middle. I have a plan for this one. Bring it with you. No, that's the wrong way. I wanted to bunt that up the first base line. All right, scratch that. Different plan now. Lift this to center. And it is caught. You know, it's kind of hard to believe I'm pinch hitting for a 300 hitter here in the 8th, but here we are with another 300 hitter. It's Zach Geloff. Just getting that platoon advantage here. You might need it, you never know. Wow. Not the seats I wanted to hit that one into, believe it or not. Bummer strikes him out. Yeah, some of those lefty sliders are just nasty. All right, let's go top 9, everybody, or bottom 8. I'm sorry, I'm getting so far ahead of myself. I do want to make a pitching change, though. We're going to bring in our newly acquired setup man, Eli Morgan, and he's going to face the 9-1-2 hitters for Minnesota. Rhys Hines leads off. He's an outfielder I'm not very familiar with. So I'd say this game kind of lived up to my hype. We got to see both Strider and Michael have outstanding outings. Just Strider didn't go as long as his, quality of play might suggest. Just didn't have the stamina to push it forward. A 3-2 game and a good pitch up that Hines fights off. That is a base hit into right. Every run has been scored one at a time. And now a drive to right center. Cabrera chasing. Makes the catch. Had just enough to get there. Oh yeah, Twins 6.5 games up in the Central. It'd be a shock to see them not make it. Watch out for that curve. And a bouncer. Quick flip, and the bare hand. Nice stretch by Vladdy. Everybody comment down below how nice of a play Guerrero just made, okay? And Geloff, too. That was pretty sweet. 9th inning. Insurance time for the A's offense. We got a walk here to Franmil Reyes. Don't want to give him anything too good there. I totally understand. We should run for him now. I was taking that all the way so I can get my substitution in. So let's get Royce Lewis. Yeah, he's got the most speed. Getting aggressive. Lewis takes off, and that is a double play. A 1-run lead as we go bottom 9, and Penn Murphy is 37 of 40 in save attempts this year. A 1.61 ERA, and lefties have given him a lot more trouble than righties. But it's a righty leading things off, and Eloy Jimenez is a really tough first batter here, and he does not go around on that slider. The Twins did take the first game of this series, so trying to even things up. It's been a really fun game. We have 3 hits, tried to make them all count. Didn't exactly do that. We scored our first run without a hit. Strike 3 on Jimenez. Big first out for Penn Murphy. Miranda lifts this one. There might be just enough room as Cruz is right there. And that brings up Alex Kirilloff. On deck is Brooks Lee. Will he get a chance to continue his miraculous game? Strike 1 to Kirilloff. Twins closer Alex Reyes is #1 in saves here in the AL. Murphy 37. And right back to him. Can't do it much better than that. A's win it 3-2. And perhaps that's not the last time we'll be seeing Michael versus Strider this year. I believe I played this game in about 40 to 45 minutes. That's really quick. So this is really interesting. We had 2 homers and a double. We didn't have any singles in this game. The Twins had a homer and a double and then 3 singles. So The game featured 5 extra base hits and only 3 singles. Just a fun game overall. Michael gets win 16, 10 strikeouts, 7 innings. We've seen all that before from him. Let's continue. So usually it's the full game that ends our videos. Today I decided we would flip the format, and you can let me know what you think. But I wanted to play that game, and I didn't think it would be as satisfying to do a player lock experience. So big win there for the A's, a really fun game, and we follow it up, unfortunately, shutout as the Twins take the series. One guy who's been red hot, though, in the second half has been Cole Phillips. He gets the home start against the Tigers, and again, we fail to score. 6-0, 2 hits. 2 hits is all we could do today? All right, then. Back-to-back shutouts, and then a loss to the Tigers, and that's 3 in a row suddenly, and 5 of 6. The Tigers take advantage. They're back in first place by a full game. Vasquez gets rocked as our losing streak continues. That's a lot of extra base hits for Detroit. Wow. Ugly, ugly stuff here suddenly. 5 runs in 5 innings for Vasquez. We return home to take on the Angels and thankfully get back in the win column. And there is Joe Michael to help get everything right again for us. Vargas goes yard twice. Soderstrom has a double and a triple. And we get the save with Penn Murphy. Ooh, getting on a roll here now. Geloff with a pair of homers helps us crush Los Angeles 12-0. Guerrero goes yard, 4 homers on the day. And Waldichuk is your latest A's pitcher to have a complete game shutout. So we've got September coming up. We've got to think about as rosters expand the 2 players that will be joining us. Should this be one of them? I'm not sure there's anybody in our minor league system more ready to make a big impact than Manny Reyes. His OPS is ridiculous. Did that say it was 1,200? He doesn't have like 6 at-bats on the year. He's just been dominating. Now, the AAA time is a bit more abbreviated because I just called him up, obviously, within the last month. 10 homers in 23 games. I'd be terrified to pitch to him. 341. The 1,200 OPS, you know, that's the part that really stands out. And as you look at the way our offense has kind of had highs and lows this year, how do you not want to at least see what he looks like at the majors? I'm not asking for him to fix things, start, replace Guerrero right now. But a trial run here in September, I think, is in order. Chopper to the pitcher. Reyes. Oh, don't tell me we're going to see another first baseman just bouncing the double plays constantly. I've had enough of that. First base is his position. I don't trust him to play in the outfield given his level of defense right now. We're a ways away from that. Wow, just out in front of that one. Reyes, though, a first-round pick in 2027. Really excited to see what he could do. And we've already, you know, filled out the outfield with all players we've drafted. That's my bad. Starting to think about the infielders who are going to be on the rise. And Reyes is at the top of that list. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm too excited to hit with him. There's a better swing, but a great defensive play to take away a hit. 4-run game. The team needs him here. 2 on, 1 gone in the 9th. Base hit center field, and Reyes looks to drive home one of the runs we need. Here's another player we could actually think about calling up. Like, I don't know who the second guy is yet, but Josh Smith can play a lot of positions, and he wouldn't be a bad bench player. 2-2, Smith, right field, come on. Not gonna have enough. Yeah, Reyes, he has a secondary position at right field, but his defense is so low and his speed's at 29. Like, that would be an emergency only. I'd play him in right field. That's your ball game. Well, at least Max Muncy went yard in this one. He's had a rough season, but good to see him get a home run. Wow, this starting rotation is in a bad cold streak here. We could always bring up a reliever, but I'm kind of leaning towards 2 position players this year. I know that's not usually my thought process. We have excellent relievers who could come up. But I feel like our pitching is already so good at the bigs that it's not super necessary to have a 9th arm there in the bullpen. It's not an unreasonable option. Is there somebody else, though, offensively? I mean, you can always have outfield depth, but like in the case of Knowles, it's not like he's somebody we'd use as a pinch runner with 59 speed. He's just kind of an average prospect outfielder. He's solid. Josh Smith has been better this year offensively. He'd be a little bit better as a pinch hit option and has more flexibility as far as positions. So he could give a lot more guys off days. But Royce Lewis is already there and can do that. So I don't know who the 28th guy is. Maybe we go back to Uribe, just in case. Well, our recent skid has put us 2 games behind the Rangers, and what if we end up not being able to catch them? How does the wild card picture look? It's pretty favorable with these top 3 teams here all able to get a spot, and then the Red Sox at 70 wins. We have a decent cushion there, but, you know, one bad series could change that. Pretty vital that we start to get things on the right track. Here's a team we don't talk about very often, the Miami Marlins. And we're hoping we can find a way to end September strong. So, Logan Gilbert this year, he's only 4-8, but his numbers have gotten a lot better recently. He now has a sub-4 ERA with a 1.25 whip, and his strikeout rate looks to be a career high for him, or highest since his first 2 years in his career. And walk-in home run rates have been held in check. More or less, this is what we thought we were getting, and closer to the way he played towards the end of his time with the Mariners. So, team needs some wins. We're 3-7 over our last 10. Let's see if Logan delivers what we need as Victor Robles tries to show off the speed to start our game. Texas must have lost today. We're a game and a half back right now. So we got to take advantage now. We have, after this game, it's 1 month and 1 day to go in the season. Robles does it again. Can't keep it fair. 3-2. That is up the middle, and it is through. That's pretty shocking. The Rockies, as bad as they've been, they have a 16-game winner at pitcher. Joe Rock. That rocks. Jace Young with the leadoff man aboard. That one is slashed the other way, and the first 2 are on for the Marlins. Alejandro Padilla looking to do some damage now. He's a .291 hitter. Already a really big at-bat here in the first, and Gilbert misses wildly. It's 3-1. Not how you hope to begin. Way out in front. How fast did you expect that to be? 120? 3-2. And not even close. Bases full, nobody gone. Ryan De La Cruz to break it open. Man, where is the command? Not even close on majority of these pitches. We got a visit. All right, maybe I should have done this like 12 pitches ago. I can't do a mound visit when I'm in player lock. So we walk in a run. All right, disabled player lock. I'm going to have a little hybrid game here, I think, depending on how it goes. But it's already looking rough here for Gilbert. I think you've got to get somebody warm. I'm going to go Montez here. Josh Naylor. Man, Gilbert, what is wrong today? Can you do another visit? Oh. Never mind that. Not yet. I have not seen an outing quite like this. 3-0. This is unbelievable. The man just does not have it today. I've got to replace him now. Montez didn't really get a lot of time to get up. I was hoping the visit would do a little bit more, but this game might be toast anyway. Logan Gilbert doesn't get a single out. Well, here we go with a fresh pitcher in the game. And a strike. Ground ball. Let's try to get 2 here. Man, that could have been a triple play, I think. If we had gotten that, like, really quick tag. I know it's, like, really tough to do it that way. Oh, man. He could have just tagged him, though. If I had tried to do anything manually there, I wouldn't have gotten anybody. I don't think it would have worked. The way this game animates and everything. Dude, his arm went through him. That should be a triple play. The Marlins start this game with 3 runs basically gifted to them. We got work to do. So we had a double from Tyler Soderstrom. I'm going to do some quick managing in this game. We got a double. Vladimir Guerrero trying to help us get on the board. His average has fallen to 248. That is in the air and not hit at his typical velocity. And we hold Soderstrom. We could have scored there. I thought he was going to catch it at first. So Guerrero gets a hit. And now Cabrera tries to get the run. Facing the soft-tossing lefty, too, Devin Smeltzer. Should be an interesting challenge. Cabrera down 0-2. That one nearly hits him, and everybody stays put. Marlins are a playoff caliber team, too. 69 and 65. That's low. To count on Cabrera, 3-2. This could get interesting. Got him! Man, why'd I swing at that? Ball 4, man. Come on. Could have been loaded for Cruz. All right, rally killed. Been a tough game here. It's currently 4-0 as we jump all the way to the 6th. Alfonso Montes got us this far coming in for Logan Gilbert. But we're down 4-0. And the offense has had a lot of struggling days here in this episode. Some reinforcements are coming. Manny Reyes, we'll see if that gives us a spark. Jam towards Carlson. A catch. Good slider from Ricky Griggs. He's ahead of Jordan Groshans. 2-2. Griggs strikes him out. The pitching outside of Gilbert, obviously, is giving us a chance. If the bats can just get going. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. leads off the 7th for the scoreless A's, who have all of 2 hits in this game. A lot of games, too, with just very few hits. Even our win earlier, the 3-2 game, was a 3-hit performance. Guerrero ahead, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk here in the 7th. That's going to bring up Cabrera. John Humphrey just came in the game. He's thrown 5 pitches, all of them balls. Cabrera 1-0 and a fastball that could have been a ball. Under this one, into center. Coming in for an easy play. Feels like a team that needs like a new hitting coach or something. Like, I should look at our coaching staff, which, by the way, I believe the contracts expire after this season. And just take a look at some of the ratings boosts we're getting and then maybe strategize around some of our weaknesses. Ah, man, that wasn't even a strike. Obviously, I'm probably the biggest weakness right now. I haven't had a lot of great games lately. But, you know, I think about the principles I wanted to build this team around, trying to, you know, remain in this budget, probably be a lot more on base focus. Let's get some base stealers and switch hitters and try to build the team that way. And honestly, just because of the opportunities we've had, the build's gone completely differently. So I think maybe when we look at the offseason, we lean more into the power side of the game and try to further develop that. Because I think we have the makings of a really good power team, and the extra boost from the coaching staff might make the difference. That and just more time for guys like Cruz, Don, Cabrera to develop their abilities. But I think this can be a much different team than I thought I'd be building. Griggs misses inside here. This could be one of his last batters. Might go with Palante in this one. I want to see that Big 12-6 curveball. Griggs out in front that time. 3-2 on Robles, and that's popped up. Ricky Griggs, like the rest of the bullpen, doing his job. Top of the 8th, running out of outs. And Sweeney lines out to short. Oh, Geloff misplays at second. And the Marlins get a base runner here on what will be ruled a base hit. But not looking good here for Oakland as September approaches and August has been a rough ride. Good curveball from Palante. At least we got that. We got all the faith here in our pitching staff, honestly. Our starters, our bullpen, the closer. There's a lot to like. But we have an offense that seems to, you know, go back and forth between these periods where they barely score and then they show they can score like a dozen. But how many times do we just score like 7 or 8, you know? Hit 1 or 2 home runs, score 7 or 8, you know, total runs? That's what I want to see. Sweeney, not that tall. He's a big shortstop, but not tall enough as Cruz will fire it into third base. Bullpen's only given up 1 earned run in this game, so I'm trying to keep it to just that. And that might do it right there. Carlson in right takes us to the 9th, where we need 4. 2 hits on the day for Oakland. Franmil Reyes leads off. Ground ball to short. And a routine play. Soderstrom now, our 3rd hit, and it's his 2nd. And he will check in with another double. Ground ball to first, and that leaves just Guerrero with Soderstrom advancing to 3rd. This entire series, not the entire series, but the majority of it, we've had Vladimir Guerrero as the first baseman and one of the faces of this team. And next episode could be a bit of a, maybe not quite the big change, but setting the foundation for the next chapter as we look to call up Manny Reyes. And if Guerrero doesn't play better, Reyes is going to get some of the at-bats he'd originally be getting. And that is a base hit. Guerrero breaks up the shutout. Might as well stay at first. Now they bring in the closer. All right, they wanted to get 43 anyway. Here's Cabrera. Come on, man. I feel like we've had so many swings that I'm expecting to be like really good contact. Just disappoint. Hoping to extend the game. Cabrera 1-2. Oh, that was ugly. Okay, one of those days where apparently the slider just completely confuses me. Wasn't just lefties either. All right, Marlins take that one. 4-1. And the A's close out September with one of their worst stretches of the year. Highlighted perfectly, to be honest, by Logan Gilbert's stinker. We opened the month of August 13-3, red hot first place. We then finished the month 3-8. As hot as we started, we were just as cold to close. On to September we go, and the series continues. And we're going to have a couple roster spots now available. The first player, of course, joining us is going to be Manny Reyes. I have been tracking his progress as he has dominated AA as one of our top prospects, and he's only gotten better going up to AAA. If I want him on the 40-man, though, I do have to waive somebody. I don't think that'll be too difficult here. Okay, Lerma's actually doing all right at AA right now. I'm just going to take the loss here on Jordan Romano. I don't think that he's going to be any better next year. I mean, his ratings are already tanking. He hasn't done well at AAA. I was wrong. We're going to remove him from the 40-man, and we're going to... Well, I could DFA him. I don't have to if he's already in the minors. Nobody's going to claim him. And honestly, if somebody did, that's a gift. A $6 million gift next year. But that creates the spot we need. Welcome to the MLB, Manny Reyes. And let me know down below who the 28th player should be. My top 3 candidates would probably be Josh Smith, Robert Puasson. I'm going to make it 4. Gregorio Uribe, Doug Romero. What do you got? 2 games back, though. There's plenty of time, and we could still see first place trade hands a lot. Big series against Texas at the end of the month, but we're not quite there yet. And we've got a sizable road trip here before we get back into our home stadium, but we have a lot of road baseball to play in September. We're on to it next episode, everybody. Thank you for watching today's video, and please leave a like, subscribe, and as always, looking forward to your comments, especially in videos like this, as we look to hopefully make some changes that help us out in the season's final month. Take care, and I'll see you next time.